All right, welcome to the third unit in music theory for electronic musicians. In this chunk, we're going to be talking about a little more with keys. So a couple more tips and things I want you to remember about being in key. Working with the interval of a third. We're going to introduce the third and our basic triad. And a triad is a fancy way to say a chord. It's a specific kind of chord, but it is our most basic chord. So we're going to talk about how to build chords in this unit as well. So let's start off with one more thing about keys that I want you to keep in mind. So let me make a clip here. Let me just load up my piano because I'm starting fresh for today. I always grab this one in the simpler grand piano. Okay, let's make this nice and big for us. And let's zoom in over here so we can see pretty well. Okay, so I'm just going to get us started off by writing in our major scale, right? So let's start on C. Let's make a nice long C. Let's make it 2 beats long. Okay, and let's maybe go up an octave, just because I'm in that kind of mood. We don't want to hear it too low right now. Okay, now let's just draw the pattern of a major scale, right? So I'm just going to copy this note, whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. There we go. Now those are all the notes in the key of C major in this octave. Now if you've ever played an instrument or worked with other instrumentalists at all, like a saxophone player or a clarinet player or something like that, you know that when we change a key, they have to do a lot of really quick thinking on their toes to remember all the notes of a given key. So you might say, okay, we're in C major, and they have to think, okay, I know all the notes of C major. And we say, okay, we're switching to the key of F. And they have to say, okay, and they have to figure it out in their head really fast. For us, it's a little bit easier. We don't have to memorize every note in every key because we know the pattern. And the pattern is the same for all keys, all major keys anyway. So if we want to figure out the key of F, for example, we can just do the pattern, the whole step, half step pattern, starting on F, and that would get us there. But there's another way too. The other way is this pattern is uniform. It stays the same as we move it around. So it's movable, as we say. So if I'm going to make this gross sound by just highlighting everything really quick. Boom. It's actually kind of an enjoyable sound to me now. So I'm in the key of C. Let's say I want to figure out the key of F. This pattern isn't going to change. All I got to do is set what is now C to be F. So I'm just going to use the arrow keys. There we go. Now I'm in the key of F. I'm just moving it up and down. If I want to be in the key of E, boom. Now I'm in the key of E, right? If I want to be in the key of D sharp, these are all the notes in the key of D sharp. So this is a movable pattern to us. Now that's only true if you're using all the white notes and all the black notes. Is it a movable pattern? So if you are playing C major on a keyboard and you just shifted your hands up and ignored the black notes, you're not going to be playing D major, for example. Okay, here's C major, right? We had our hands on the piano on all the white notes. Now, if I move this to D major and I was playing the piano and I just like shifted over, it wouldn't necessarily work because my fingers wouldn't go to this F sharp and this C sharp if I was physically playing the piano, is what I'm talking about. Because the black notes are kind of set back, they're a little bit different. But when we're working on a piano roll editor like this, all the notes are the same. So we can just slide this around all we want. All the notes are the same.